Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to the More Analytics Afternoon Energy Podcast for January 14th, going into the 15th. Going to start off with natural gas. Left the maintain gap lower on the day. Been bearish since $8.20.8. More recently, I warned on December 5th of pressure from the 528.90 close, come off down to 306.80. Also suggested getting short below 317.80 minus 4.2 per hour. We broke below that in here. If we were to break back above that line decently, that's going to warrant a decent strength. That's going to come in at 31.37 minus 4.2 per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m. A decent break in there will be 81 ticks tonight. After the open, it'll be 73 ticks. Maintain gap higher tomorrow. We'll leave a minor bullish reversal below. And the crude oil, we held exhaustion below with the 54.89 low and rallied up to 62.36 with other areas to be bullish above at 57.81, 58.69, which projected this upward $1.10 minimum, 465 plus maximum. And the trade above 58.72 projected this upward $1.10 minimum, $3.90 maximum as well. However, we've been holding this exhaustion above here at in this general area between 61.98 to 62.52, which may be warned of the last stretch of this move. We're coming off right now, and the decent trade below this line right here, which came in at 61.07 plus 6 ticks per hour, now warrants pressure. If we were to break back above where that line comes in at 61.21 plus 6 per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m. Wednesday, that would warrant a renewed strength. Decent trade above this formation right up here is going to come in at 62.63 plus 0.5 of a tick per hour. That'll warrant of renewed strength. The maintain gap lower will leave a minor bearish reversal above, but that'll be more effective if/when we take out 59.56. In the RBOB, or unleaded gasoline, I warned of exhaustion at 167.15 to 675. We held that with the 166.56 low and rallied up to 184.41. I warned if this is the beginning of a bullish correction, it should exceed 21.5 cents from the 166.56 low, i.e. with a minimum target of 188.06, which we have not hit so far. Trade above 171.22 was another level to be bullish above, as well as 171.66, which projected this upward 4.3 cents minimum, 10.7 cents plus maximum. We attained 12.14 cents of that coming into today, and then a little bit more than that up to 184.41. We also had bullish call above 172.37, which projected this upward 4.5 cents minimum, 6.7 cents maximum. We detained 11.43 cents coming into today, and then the extra amount as well. Trade above 174.78 also warned a strength. And then I said the trade above 176.82 to 724 also warns a continued strength. However, that being said, we held just below this exhaustion level here at 184.85 to 185.07. And we have now failed below this minor formation right here, which I did not have on the AM analysis, nor would I have suggested leaning against it as a short, as it falls just below the standards I would use to recommend a short, but nonetheless, it's bringing in pressure. That came in at 181.49. That is going to come in at 181.69 plus 5.5 per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If we break back above that decently, though, I would lean against it as a long. and look for renewed strength. If we were to fail back down through this formation down here, which is going to come in at 177.56 to 13. Plus 0.3 of a tick per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m. That'll warn of continued pressure. To maintain gap lower, we'll leave a minor bearish reversal above. And the heating oil. We held exhaustion at 205.06 with 204.69 low and have rallied up to 229.39. I said the minimum target was 214.20, which we took out. I said we were in a bullish correction or trend against the move down from 256.55. Trade above 209.15 was also a bullish call, and then the trade above 212.74 as well. We also took out this formation right here, which warned of renewed strength. That came in at 221.92. We've seen strength up to 229.39. Decent failure back below that line is going to warn a renewed pressure. That's going to come in at 221.77. Minus 0.3 of a tick per hour starting at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Decent penetration, and there's going to be 196 ticks overnight and 175 after the 9 o'clock open. And in the Brent, trade above 59.69, brought in strength up to 66.82 with additional areas to be long above at 60.61, 60.93, 61.23, 61.95, 62.31, 65.78. Failure back down below this line though. Now warns of decent pressure. That came in at That came in at 65.77, minus 0.1 of a tick per hour. We also broke below a steep formation right in here, which came in at 65.40 plus 5 per hour starting. We were to break back above that line decently, which is going to come in at 65.55 at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll warn a renewed strength. I would also note, I didn't have this drawn earlier, but this was likely in the last stretch of this move up with exhaustion up here at 66.69 to 67 even. We've held that with the 66.82. We may be correcting against this move upwards right now. Maintain gap lower in there will be bearish short term as well. In the gas oil, we held exhaustion at 596.25 and rallied up to 672.25 with additional areas to be long above at 608, 615.50, 620.75, which I said projected this upward $52. Like I said, we've rallied up to 672.25. And I warned a possible exhaustion at 643.50. We've taken that out, 658.50 to 64.75. We took that out briefly and rolled over here. decent trade above this formation, which is going to come in at 667.23 plus 4 per hour starting at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll warrant a decent strength, a decent penetration of it overnight. It's going to be 6. And the cadence overnight is the heating oil is the strongest of the three, the RBOB the weakest of the three, and the crude oil in the middle relative to one another. The RBOB, the heat spread has come off steadily. If we were to break back above this formation right here, decently, that's going to warrant a decent strength. This comes in at 42.82. And I'll be sending those spreads out later on, but just be careful. We take these both out to the upside. This should head back north. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good evening, and I'll see you on tomorrow's podcast.